This podcast is brought to you by all of the anime addicts the world over. Thank you so much for supporting the podcast. And if you would like to join the group and support the show, you can go to aapodcast.com/join or patreon.com. However you want to provide your support, we appreciate it. You will get a lot of extra exclusive podcast episodes per month, our hentai episodes, our hobby addicts, and our after parties. How could you resist 8 extra exclusive podcasts just to show that we love you for supporting? Again, over at aapodcast.com/join or Patreon. And now, let's get the show started.
Get ready! You're about to listen to the Anime Addicts Anonymous Podcast. Make your anime addiction worse at aapodcast.com. And now, here are your anime addicts.
Hey everybody, welcome to podcast episode 664 of the Anime Addicts Anonymous Podcast, where our sole mission is to make your anime addiction worse. I am your host Mitsuki, and I'm joined on this February 12th day, this lovely day in Denver. I'm joined by Mason, who's hanging out up in the New England area. Mason, how you doing?
We're doing all right. It is Super Bowl Sunday, which means it's Puppy Bowl Sunday.
Oh, that's true.
I know we're all here because we're excited for the Puppy Bowl, but we've got anime to talk about.
The Puppy Bowl is pretty great. And we also have in lower state New York. Don't say she's from upper state New York, because she'll fuck your day up. It's Caroline. How are we doing?
Hi. I've been better because our guest for today got his time zones wrong.
Oh.
And I don't think he is home at the minute.
Well, he better drive his ass.
Yeah, he really has to, because I specified EST, and we don't have any other plans for our main topic for today unless they can get there on time.
I can tell you right now, if they don't show up, we'll share a mix of what we've been watching and also whether or not Mitsugi would out Keijo Rihanna in the Super Bowl halftime show. So because how could you?
Something that we started talking about, wasn't it?
Listen, it's a backup plan, but it doesn't sound like it is because it's that great. Am I right? Come on, the little kids, they love it. Oh, they're all over it. All right, guys. If you want to help out the podcast, you can go to iTunes and drop a review on Apple Podcasts. You can tell a friend, of course, and if you can watch us live on twitch.tv/AAA podcast, live Sundays at 5 p.m. Eastern. That's Eastern, right, Caroline?
Yes.
That's right.
It's Eastern.
Yeah.
Everything's always Eastern.
And
Why do people not remember that?
I'm the only one that's in Mountain Time. Of course, we're on Twitter, we're on TikTok, we're on Facebook. We got our new and we're on Instagram now at official_AAA podcast. Our new social media manager, Kyton, has been doing a great job, and he's very enthusiastic. He wants you to join the Instagram, so make sure you do that. And, of course, you can join the Discord at aaadiscord.com. Pretty simple. Takes you straight there, all the action. Just continuing to plow through the sort of clerical stuff here. You can still vote for the anime Oscars at voteanime.life. That's it's .life. Right? That's what I'm saying. Voteanime.life. There's only really 2 anime left that can win the anime Oscars for best anime, but there's lots of other categories that you can have fun with. So, how is your podcast meetup going, Caroline?
Oh, it's gonna be fantastic. We're gonna have so much fun. Yeah, and I'm sorry, I'm still trying to deal with this issue. Mason, please talk about it.
Yeah, it's coming along swimmingly, which is to say I'm about to swim in a massive bowl of ramen because me and Caroline and a couple other folks are going to hit up New York City. Right now, the plan is February 18th, so you have a little bit of time from when this episode comes out if you're like, oh, dang, I want to get in on that. I want the ramen and manga experience and maybe hear some karaoke. You're welcome to join us in New York City on the 18th in February, so it should be fun. And we'll probably have some stories to tell from that adventure. So
now, when you jump into
if anybody is interested in coming, please fill out that form because then we know you're coming and we won't be scrambling trying to figure out who we are expecting and all that. So yes, please do.
And we'll be there February 18th Eastern time.
Mason,
yes, Eastern.
Yeah, Eastern time. Mason, when you jump into a bowl of ramen, do you wear a swimsuit or do you go full commando?
It depends how much spice is in there. If I loaded up with like chili flakes, I might have to put on the Speedo, but otherwise we're going all natural, obviously.
Yeah. Well, grease them up, boys, because it's the anime dating game. We hopefully we're having a. See, this is why I asked before the show.
Listen, I've done everything possible. I have tried to talk to them so many times.
We can always do impressions first and dating game later if need be.
I understand. So that is an option. So today, in some order, and you might want to suggest that to them, Caroline. In some order, we are going to be doing the anime dating game because we do that every Valentine's Day, and it will be a lot of fun. This is now the third dating game that we've done, and Caroline has done a phenomenal job both of the other times, and it has been a lot of fun. So it is back by popular demand, of course. And then later, we're going to be doing our winter impressions, the last of them. We are finishing them up. We have the Fire Hunter, Buddy Daddies, Kubo, Won't Let Me Be Invisible, Reborn, To Master of the Blade, High Card, Tomo-chan is a Girl, and, wow, this is a long title, Endo and Kobayashi, live, the latest on Tsundere Villainous Listorette. Good Lord. That's
not her name.
Whatever. That is the most Caroline title I've ever heard.
I
anything with villainous in the title.
Take that any sort of way.
anything with villainous in the title just screams Caroline, but it's with love.
True. It's true.
So, and now, without further ado, let's get the show rolling.
It's time for big news of the week.
All right, big news. So there was a special report by Variety, which does research on piracy throughout the United States, and they have revealed that there are an awful lot of anime on the list of most pirated shows for 2022 because anime has become very popular. In fact, anime makes up 50% of the most pirated series in the United States last year, which is pretty shocking because there's a lot of stuff on like Netflix and HBO that you would think would be, very popular. Now, it's not number one, though. The number one most pirated show last year was House of the Dragon, of course, because it's Game of Thrones. I mean, you can't... Game of Thrones, before, it was already the most pirated show ever. So, even though House of the Dragon was not as good, it's still the most pirated. Followed by the second most pirated show of the year, Chainsaw Man. So, anime right behind, and honestly, pretty close to House of the Dragon as well, I will add. Other anime on the list include Bleach. So Bleach was on the list, down at number 6. The Eminence and Shadow at number 7. And Spy Family and Shield Hero at 9 and 10, respectively. So the other shows on the list were like Rick and Morty, Rings of Power, stuff like that. So, another survey commissioned by Variety from YouGov found that 60% of respondents pirated content knowing that they were available on legal streaming services. So they just don't give a fuck, basically, about it. So, and I don't know, none of these shows are on Netflix. Don't think so. Shield Hero might be. I'm not 100% sure, but, people are kind of pissed off at Netflix because of the password sharing thing. But, as soon as Netflix does it, everybody's going to be doing it, so you better get used to it across all platforms because Netflix is about to make billions of additional dollars a year. I mean, it's like if you're sharing your password with somebody and then you don't get to use Netflix anymore, you're probably just going to go sign up for Netflix if you've been using it. So, I mean, it's probably smart on them, but bad on us, I guess. So, anime, very pirated, and, it sounds bad, but honestly, all this tells me is anime is becoming even more popular year by year, and so there's the silver lining, right? So, I'd rather have them pirate stuff that's on Netflix, etc., than buying illegal copies of DVDs on eBay. I guess
that's fair. I guess
so. I don't know. Could be worse. Maybe there's a silver lining, but yeah, anime very heavily pirated, but also very popular. Caroline, what do you got for big news of the week?
Sorry, just side question, technical thing. Can can our two guests be on the same voice chat stream?
That'd be ideal.
If they're not, it'll be a big hassle.
No. I mean, because like last time we did it, like people were coming in from 2 different Discord accounts, I think, right?
I don't remember.
I don't know, but the answer is yes.
If they're on the same one, that's okay. As long as they sound good, that's all we need.
Okay, wonderful.
Mason, what do you got for big news of the week?
Yeah. Oh, why are you skipping me?
Because you sound busy.
No, I think everything's okay now. I'm sorry, I was a little frazzled. But I really want this game to be good, and our contestants suddenly disappearing was not ideal. So, in my news of the week, we're going to be talking about Sailor Moon, because, we all love the Sailor Moon fashion. Mitsugi, especially. He really rocks the Sailor Mars outfit.
You damn right I did. You see those thighs? Come on, Shakira, bring it on, biatch. You ain't gonna get these thighs. Let's shave. I'm gonna shave them, grease them, and we're gonna have a thigh down, okay? An old-fashioned showdown, some Keijo up on the stage with Shakira. Shakira. It's gonna be like Mitts.
That was J-Lo.
Fuck J-Lo. She's like old.
You were talking about. What do you mean, fuck J-Lo?
I don't know.
Talking about her earlier. Okay, we are getting extremely off topic.
Super Bowl halftime show. Close up.
Puppy Bowl. Puppy Bowl.
It's gonna be
Puppy
Bowl. Puppy Bowl is all I care about.
That's way better anyway.
Okay.
All right.
So back to what I was saying. Jimmy Choo apparently also loves Sailor Moon fashion because they're coming out with a Sailor Moon inspired line of shoes and accessories. And this is in honor of Sailor Moon's 30th anniversary, which is very exciting. They will drop on February 14th, so this Tuesday. And Sailor Moon's red boots, and especially Sailor Mars's red heels are,
oh shit,
pretty faithful.
Now they put the red heels out after Halloween's over.
Okay, well I'll get to that in a second because I don't think you'll be saying that.
It's pretty clear
realize how expensive they're probably going to be.
It's pretty clear that they said Mitz cosplayed Sailor Moon for Halloween. He looks so dead sexy. The popularity is at a peak right now. This is the perfect time to release a line of Sailor Moon shoes.
What is it? It's not. Is it Zoolander? Where they see you in that pose and they're like, "Oh, those heels, so hot right now.
He's so hot right now. Yes, exactly. Oh, he's so hot."
Back to the news.
Caroline's like not having it.
You keep on interrupting me. Okay, so we got the Sailor Mars's red heels, pretty, similar. Sailor Moon's red boots. A little bit different, but still, like, the shape is pretty faithful. The others are a little bit more creatively interpretive because they have platform designs.
Yeah.
I'm not huge on Mercury's boots, because, but I do like Sailor Venus's pumps. They're really cute. And maybe I would go with Sailor Jupiter's boots, but I think they're a little too platform, in my opinion. That's just me. But they look pretty cool. There's no word on how much they will cost yet, but considering the typical Jimmy Choo shoe are in the thousands of dollars, I can only imagine how much these special edition shoes are going to cost. It's got to be only for the richest of weebs. So we have a picture on our show notes. But if you want to look up Sailor Moon Jimmy Choo shoes, you can see them online as well.
So the average height of a Japanese woman is like 5'2", right? So do you think these shoes all have like massive lift on them because Japanese girls tend to wear like platform shoes anyway because otherwise you can't see them?
I think this is a Jimmy Choo, thing. I think they do a lot of platforms. So
I see.
But I'm also not really familiar with high fashion and designers and all that, so I wouldn't know clearly.
Well, I'll tell you right now, those Sailor Moon high heels that I bought for like $9 look identical to the ones that Jimmy Choo's selling. So it's probably not a good promo, but the other ones just they're so hot right now. They're so in. So
okay, so if you had to wear one of these pair of shoes, what would it be? For me, I already said I like Sailor Venus's shoes.
Oh, I would definitely take. I think the only ones you could actually fight in are probably the green ones. So whoever the fuck that is.
Well, as you
Mercury, I don't fucking know.
The styles of
Neptune.
The Sailor Scouts are. Is that? Do they call them Sailor Scouts in the Japanese?
Oh no, okay. Sailor Senshi.
Okay. I've just outed
Jupiter,
myself
thank
as
you.
somebody who only has listened to the dub
All
as
right.
a child.
Mason.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of the Howl's Moving Castle with crossover with Lao. I don't know high fashion either. Where like it was a whole collaboration of like bags and clutches and stuff like that, and each bag is like thousands, if not in the high hundreds of dollars. And I'm just like, yeah, I don't want to tell that to our listeners, because if they can afford that, they can afford to support us at AAA Podcast
for
and
sure.
give us money, because I love to buy fashionable Sailor Moon.
I mean, if you don't support us, how else am I going to afford a makeover that allow me to take on Shakira? Okay, because she's so hot. Okay, Mason, what do you got for big
my
news
news
of the
is
week?
very quick. We have a little bit of news, a glimmer of the details of the Attack on Titan, the final season announcement, which is
I don't believe them.
That's what they say.
I don't believe them at this point.
As we know, the final season, part 3, has been split into 2 different airings. The first of which will be a 1-hour special on March 3rd. No news yet on the second half. So the manga right now has 9 chapters left. So assuming that the manga is not too dialogue heavy, my guess is that the second half, when it comes out, will be about 60-90 minutes as well. So we are probably looking at a movie's length worth of content remaining before Attack on Titan is finally over. So I like that they didn't actually make it into a movie, because if they do that, then who knows how long it is before it comes out in the US. Yeah.
No one likes a movie as the finale. Fuck off.
Yeah, so we're going to get, I'm guessing, 2 very long specials, one 60 minutes, one 60 to 90 in my very immature expectations, and we'll see. We will probably be done with Attack on Titan at the end of this year.
I'll be in a walker by the time we're done with this shit. I mean, we're getting close anyway, but I'll be shitting in my diapers pretty soon. All right. Well, we are okay. We seem prepared for the dating game now, I believe.
I hope.
So this is now the 3rd year that we've done the dating game. Big props to Caroline for getting this all set up.
Actually, not exactly. This is the 2nd year
the
that we've done the
official.
Dating game. But it's because we've done the dating game 2 times in the past. Once on Valentine's Day last year. The second time was in the middle of the year, I think, after that. So, yeah.
Caroline's here to run the show. I'm here to make smart-ass, inappropriate comments. And Mason is the brains of the operation, okay? That's just how everything's running technologically. And as I say that, why don't you bring him in so we can get this rolling?
Here we go.
It's time for the anime dating game. The game show where anime and love come together. And now here is your host, the queen of all media herself, Caroline.
Yes. Hello. Welcome to the show. So this is the anime dating game. It had no relation to the TV show dating game, because they're 2 very different things, just by the nature of how we're playing it. So, but that's the name we went with, and we have 2 contestants with us today. This is the Pack Hunter on Discord and Lil Urky on Discord. Did I pronounce that correctly?
Yeah.
Yes, you did.
Well, welcome, the 2 of you.
I love it.
I believe that you guys are in a relationship. Are you not?
Yes, we are. 2 years.
2 years dating.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. And here
there's
you
a little
are.
Like sadness in that voice?
Yeah, let's have some more excitement. Come on. Oh.
She is nervous.
That's fair.
I am the addict and the longtime fan in this relationship.
Oh,
She is doing this for me. So this is my Valentine's present.
Yeah.
Well, where are you guys calling from?
So yeah, we're in a different time zone. Sorry for that, Caroline. Sorry.
Oh,
apologize.
I might have freaked out slightly, so I apologize for overreacting.
But yes,
I'm glad you guys managed to make it in on time. You had to come in from somewhere else, right? You weren't at home?
Yes, I was.
Wow.
I was in rehearsal for a play, and I had to. Yeah.
You skipped rehearsal for this?
Fantastic.
Hey, the the schedule for rehearsal did not come out yet when I signed up for this. So, yeah.
Yeah, I was just surprised that you could just up and leave rehearsal all of a sudden.
Yeah, well, our lead our lead was gone for somewhere else for like a week. So I think I'll be fine for one rehearsal. Anyway.
Yeah. So welcome. So but I am curious. Like, can you say what state you live in?
Oh yeah. Sorry, I'm in Kansas. Oh, we're in Kansas. Yeah.
You're my next door neighbor. Fantastic.
Yep.
You know, I had to drive through Kansas when I moved to Colorado, and I've never driven through a more painful place in my life.
Why would you say that?
Because it's 8 hours of just straight roads and grass. You know, if you run out of gas, like, what do? I don't fucking know. Oh my god.
Right.
Sun's out, guns out. Push that car, I guess. I'm so glad to have you guys on the show today. Thanks for being a great fan of the show, and your audio is really quite nice, and that makes me very happy in my special spot. Which is my heart. Which is my heart. Get your mind out of the gutter.
I was about to take a jelly bean for that.
This is perfect.
Well, I'm so glad that you guys, actually offered to come on the show. We didn't even ask for contestants for a dating game when you guys sent us a message and volunteered yourselves. So we are very excited. So let's go over the rules of the game. We asked our couple here multiple questions about their taste in anime, and now it is their job to guess what each other has answered. So, they will each have 3 guesses to get the correct answer for each question, but they get less points the more guesses they use. So, if it takes just 1 guess to get it correct, that person gets 3 points. 2 guesses, 2 points, and if it takes them 3 guesses, they get 1 point. And now we have an overall prize to give our couple if they can get a certain amount of points. So you have to get 24 points out of a possible 36 points in order to get our prize.
Complicated.
Which it has happened both times. So, it's not as high of a mountain that you might think, but there's still a possibility that you won't get our prize unless you know each other pretty well. Now, traditionally with this game, we have the couple kind of decide a little bet amongst themselves to figure out who would know each other best. So, do you guys have a bet?
So yeah.
Oh yeah.
I have set for myself, like, if I win, which I am unsure that I will, but I will force Lil Urky here to go watch the SAO progressive movie with me.
Apparently, it's a decent movie, so it might not be too bad than what you think, unless
that's gentle. Didn't someone say like
it's progressive, so I am interested, and I think she'll like it. So
didn't we have a prior contestant that wanted them to like watch all of Dragon Ball or something? It was something really excessive.
Yeah, it was something crazy.
I like how he phrased it. I will force myself to force her go to the. It was not. I'll fall on that sort of making her watch this movie with me.
Lil Urky, I'm forced to watch anime. I don't want to watch all the time.
So, we feel your pain.
Oh.
Before Dominion came out, he made me watch all of the movies, like all of the Jurassic Park and Worlds, and I was like, oh, okay.
Oh,
that's love right there.
How much I love him.
That's definitely love.
So, what if you win? What's gonna happen?
I don't know. I didn't really think.
Oh, come on!
He has refused to watch, or you can make him do something like that. You need to like repaint the bedroom or something like that.
Damn, that's intense.
But you know what? We will figure that out later. So I mean, well, if you have something in mind, feel free. But yeah, we shall see the results of this game. So shall we get started?
Yeah, let's get started.
Okay, question number 1. Now, Lil Urky, what was Pack Hunter's first anime?
Oh, wow. How old are you, Pack Hunter?
Guesses.
I am 20.
Oh, that's pretty young. That's outside of my guessing range. Jesus, I'm so freaking old.
Oh, Dragon Ball? No?
You would be correct.
Dragon Ball Z, let's go, Mitski.
Oh, my man, right there. That's what I'm talking about.
Points.
Who's your favorite Dragon Ball character?
Well, I don't know. I don't know if this is a basic answer, but Gogeta would probably have to be my favorite. You know, Goku and Vegeta.
You mean like you mean like from the movie with
yes, the movie
Yojimbo or whatever the hell that guy's name was, Janemba?
Yeah, Janemba. Yeah.
Now I have another question. I don't mean to interrupt the show, but this is very important. Let's pretend Lil Urky isn't. You've never met Lil Urky before. You wake up one morning and there's a female Dragon Ball character in your bed. Who is that going to be?
Ooh, wait. Hold up.
She's a good sport. We're good here. Come on, you got Bulma, you got Chi-Chi, you got Android 18, you got Marin, come on.
Damn it, I'm just gonna say Android 18, man.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. All right, back to you, Caroline.
Okay, let's get to the other half of the question here. Lil Urky, you have 3 points. Let's see if Pack Hunter can meet you there. What was Lil Urky's first anime?
All right, I'm gonna go out of a limb here. I'm just gonna say, what was it? Rosario Vampire?
No, unfortunately, That was your first guess. You can have a second guess here.
Monster Masamune.
Unfortunately, no. That is not the answer.
Oh,
and
no.
The last guess that you have. What
For
is
sleeping
it?
on the couch.
Oh no.
I don't talk about it.
Oh man.
Tokyo Ghoul?
No.
No, unfortunately, that is not the right answer.
Oh no.
Her answer was "My Bride is a Mermaid," which I have never heard of before. What is that?
I'm sorry. It was a really obscure one. It was definitely.
What the hell? Mason, have you seen that?
I have not. I'm wondering how you came upon this being your first one. Did someone bring it over?
I was just going through Netflix and I was like maybe in middle school, elementary school, and I love mermaids. So I was like, oh, mermaid. And so this guy drowns and this mermaid saves him, I guess, or it's the other way around. I don't remember.
Spoilers for
The
people who
mermaid
haven't seen
drowned?
My Bride is a Mermaid.
Which is everybody. No one has seen the show.
Listen, Mason has seen more than twice the amount of anime I have seen, and he hasn't seen this. So that's like an extra.
I've never heard of this. I'll be honest.
I haven't even heard of it.
I don't remember who saved who, but apparently in mermaid culture, if you save someone, you have to get married. I don't know. It was interesting.
Little strange. That's a strange rule.
Well, wow.
What I want to
That
know
is
more.
Quite the show. Mason,
now that
do you
you're
think
up-
you should add this to your watch list, please?
I mean, I could. I don't know if I will. Is it worth watching? Would you recommend it?
I mean, it wasn't bad.
26 episodes? Ain't no one got time for 26 episodes.
What?
It's 26 episodes long.
Podvinet on Twitch has seen it.
Like Gonzo, you have to. No way. No, it's not going to happen. I'm sorry. I'll watch one episode. I'll watch one episode for you.
Okay, yeah, and tell me how it is in our next What Have We Been Watching, please. As if I can't watch it myself. Next question. Okay. So the question here is, if you could watch one genre of anime, what would it be? So, Lil Urky, what do you think the Pack Hunter's answer to that question was?
Reverse harem.
Wow. Reverse harem.
The answer. Are you saying reverse harem is your answer?
That's fucking hilarious.
That. I don't know. Should we take it?
Please tell me that's correct, because I'm gonna laugh my ass off.
Okay. I'm having. I don't know whether we should take that answer or not, because it's kind of right, but also kind of wrong.
Let's give it 2 points, not the full 3.
Okay, I will give you guaranteed 2 points because the answer is harem, not reverse harem.
Oh, I think you got to give that to them. I think you got to give it to them.
Really? You think so?
I think so.
Okay,
Come on, it's Valentine's Day.
I wasn't sure. Because, sometimes you get a little too specific that you end up not getting the answer completely correct.
Lil Urky's on fire.
Yeah, we'll give her the 3 points then.
No, we need to twist the narrative of this story so we get an intense fight at the very end.
So, Pack Hunter, you are a reverse harem fan.
What?
Well, regular harem fan.
Yeah. Kiss Him, Not Me. Oh my god, amazing show. Love it.
I did enjoy Roxanne from the Harem Labyrinth anime. She was a fan favorite. A shoe-in for the next Waifu War winner, I'm sure. Yeah.
All right. Now let's get the answer from the Pack Hunter. What did Lil Urki say was her favorite genre of anime?
There's a lot of pressure here. After that last massive failure. No offense.
Oh my god. Romance?
Should we take
Come on.
it? Okay, because we gave Lil Urki 3, we'll give you that. We'll give you 3. She put down romantic comedy.
Oh, that's good enough. All right.
Okay. That's like a mix of two. Okay, I see.
I do want to interject really quick that the Twitch chat is vouching that the Mermaid Show is actually not that bad.
Yes. Podvaned is very, very sure about this.
Okay, let's get to the next question. Question number 3. What genre is your least favorite? Lil Urki, what do you think the Pack Hunter said? Hit it, Mason. Love that dance.
You can't not dance to this jam.
Horror? I don't.
You say horror?
Oh.
Yeah.
It was either horrors or horror. I can't.
Oh!
I don't think horrors is a genre.
Babe, what are you saying? You're on the air.
I didn't say
Wow.
that.
What's your second guess?
Don't look at me like that.
I think you should repeat the question.
Yes. What is his least favorite genre of anime?
Come on, we all know it's slice of life. Us Dragon Ball fans got to stick together.
No.
I'm just kidding. I don't know the answer. I have not viewed the answer to these questions.
Do you need a list of genres?
You just always talk about what you do like.
He's
Well,
too
what doesn't he
positive.
talk about?
What does he not talk about?
That's so much.
Okay, we need to get a second guess in the next 10 seconds.
5, 4, 3.
I'm gonna buzz you.
2.
But throw one out.
1.
What's your guess? No. All right. Well, we can't give you points there because you didn't even guess. Okay, so the answer was sports.
Oh, get the fuck out of me! You know what? I'm taking points away from that
was
last
a Dragon
one.
fan sticking together, Mitsuki.
Well,
I kind of forgot that was a genre.
So let me just get something straight here.
Oh, shit.
Putting aside the fact that it's Super Bowl Sunday, so you love Dragon Ball, which is shonen, and considering practically all sports anime are also shonen, you don't like sports anime.
Mitsuki, come on. If I'm gonna be honest, a lot of sports anime just don't have big anime titties in them.
Oh my god! That's why I mess with this guy right here. That's what I'm talking about. That's why I mess with him. Fantastic.
That was
that's not wrong.
Reverse Uno card.
Elite.
Have you ever seen
Elite.
Keijo?
Even I appreciated that.
I'm giving him a bonus point just for that.
No.
He's sticking to his guns.
Listen,
You know
I will
what?
be.
I'll do him something even better. I will set aside an honorary jelly bean for that joke.
Well,
I got a jelly bean. Let's go.
I'm going to tell you right now that considering I will be taking on Rihanna tonight in Keijo live at the Super Bowl halftime show, I think you should go watch Keijo because it has plenty of anime titties in it. Just for you. And booty, too. Don't forget the booty.
I will.
Okay, so let's figure out if the Pack Hunter can get some points in this round. What genre is Lil Urky's least favorite?
Okay. I gotta think. What genres do you know that you do not like? Mecha.
Ooh.
Incorrect.
Okay.
Oh man.
I went too deep. Okay. Edge.
Also incorrect.
Ah!
You're ruining your chance here.
Ecchi's not much of a genre. I mean, it's usually accompanied by other things.
It's really hard to specify
guess.
what is and isn't a genre.
This is a fairly hard question, you know.
Yeah, it is a hard one.
Yeah, if you guys don't get any points this round, you can just blame that on Caroline.
So rude. Okay, your last guess.
I have a good guess.
Okay.
Do it for the grand prize.
Just because you said it, reverse harem.
What?
No.
No.
I love that.
I'm gonna guess.
You love that. Come on.
Yeah. That was a dumb guess.
I'm gonna guess.
Your least
Whoa,
favorite.
whoa! I'm gonna guess,
Let's
and if I get it, I want to give them 2 points.
Let's go.
Okay.
Let's go.
All right.
I'm gonna say that the answer is also sports.
Incorrect.
Oh fuck!
Oh,
The answer was
Oh.
action.
Oh my god!
yeah. No.
I tried for you. I tried for you guys.
Initially, she put down the answer of superheroes, but I thought that was too specific, so we went with action.
Superheroes is
I'm
not a
not
genre.
good for the genres. I'm
It's a
sorry.
sub. It's like a theme. Oh
Well,
boy.
I mean, both of you did not do well in that question, but that's okay. Question number 4. What anime couple is your one true pair? OTP. OTP. Okay, so Lil Urky, what do you think is the Pack Hunter's OTP?
Gray and Juvia.
You would be correct.
Wow. Wow.
Fairy Tail.
Wow.
Fairy Tail for the win.
Lil Urky's carrying you right now. I gotta tell you
Yeah.
that. I'm keeping.
I know.
I'm trying to
just
keep
'cause
score.
I talk
And
about anime nonstop.
yeah, I think
Wonderful.
she hasn't held you to a bet yet, but I think that if this continues as planned, someone's gonna
Maybe
be
that
taking
was out
someone
of
to dinner.
mercy.
Gonna have some dinner
Okay.
plans pronto.
Now, Pack Hunter, what is Lil Urky's one true pair?
Oh. Okay.
I'm gonna laugh my ass off. You. The pressure builds as you fall further behind in the score here.
Okay.
I mean, you guys are great contestants, so I love it either way. Because hey, all I want is good content for all the listeners. You guys are doing great.
It's
It
beautiful.
doesn't matter if your relationship falls apart.
Yeah, if you get divorced before you're even married, it won't be my fault. It'll be Caroline's fault.
Okay.
I'm glad I can make an impact on people's
Carol.
lives.
I'm gonna have. I'm just gonna have to go with my gut and
Okay.
say Toru and Mr. Kobayashi, Mrs. Kobayashi.
Come on, baby.
Oh,
That's incorrect.
Oh,
Yeah.
I do.
Second
like
guess?
them, though.
Oh. Okay. It's hard. Kaneki and Toka?
Unfortunately, no.
That's the second time you've gone to the well on Tokyo Ghoul, and it hasn't worked for you either time.
I know.
Watch for the
Tokyo
next
Ghoul
answer
is
be
not
Tokyo
going to be the
Ghoul.
answer.
Okay, your final guess?
Oh my god.
Just like Tokyo Ghoul itself, going back there again was not a good idea.
Yeah, agreed. Oh. Well, you can definitely tell that they did not confer on their answers. So, at least there's honesty here.
Oh my god.
I didn't need to.
Oh, shit.
Oh
It's
my god.
authentic.
Okay. I'm going for a meme. I'm going for a meme answer.
meme?
Alright. the snake girl and the main character from Monster Masamune.
I'm pretty sure that shit's wrong.
No, I
He
want
loves
to
that show. He just wants to talk about that show.
The answer was Tomoe and Nanami from Kami-sama Kiss.
Boo!
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Oh boy.
Okay, question number 5.
Is this the last question?
Quick.
No,
We
there's
have
6
two
questions.
Oh, good.
left. 2 questions
glad
left.
Mitsuki's
Currently, the
using
score: Little Urky or Little Urky Vert. I'm not sure how you go by.
Little
9 points.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The Pack Hunter is at 3 with a possible +1 pity point for the boob comment earlier.
I
So
like
it is
I
9
like
to
the boob
3
comment. Okay.
or 9 to 4,
I want you
depending
guys to
on
win.
if
We
we
like
need it.
we
So,
like quality gags here. Okay, on this podcast.
Okay. Next question. Who is your waifu? Lilurky,
Oh, come on.
Who is the Pack Hunter's waifu?
Come now, my lady.
Rias.
Who?
Rias Gremory.
No,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
Okay, then now I know. I wasn't sure which one. Don't
Listen,
look at
guys.
me.
I'm gonna talk to you guys right now. Okay. All right. You're right. You're right. Look, you're in the 10th round. I know you're bleeding. Cut me, Mick. It's gonna be okay. You're down, but damn it. If not now, then when? Put your big boy pants on, dig deep, take your omega-6 fatty acids, and let's fucking go! God damn it!
I'm confused.
Yeah!
Yeah, go Super Saiyan and answer these goddamn questions.
Okay.
Listen, I know why you're thinking what'll get this, what is gonna get some points here. If you guys win this game, I'm gonna throw in, on top of the regular prize, a copy of Sailor and the Seven Balls, just for you guys, because I know you love Dragon Ball so much, so you can watch Piccolo and Sailor Mercury, It's gonna be great.
Come on, babe. Let's win
Yeah,
this
see, you
game.
gotta win this now. There you go.
Jelly Bean.
I'm gonna introduce you.
Okay. And what's your second guess, please?
Juvia.
Oh yes, my queen.
Correct.
Oh yeah. See, that's what I'm fucking talking about. Mitz comes in. I'm like the corner man, okay? Hey, come on, cut me, Mick. I've been watching a lot of Rocky lately. It's fucking great. I love it. That's
I
right.
love how the
balls.
Pack Hunter's one true pair is Gray and Juvia, but he will steal Gray's waifu.
Well, it's because I look so much like Gray that when I was introduced
Well,
to
Ricky, is
Fairy
that true?
Juvia is pretty hot.
Is that true?
Yes.
Oh come on!
Listen,
That's a long
Juvia is a good pick. I haven't actually seen this character before. She's definitely cute.
In
Oh,
his
she
mind,
really
he
cute.
is Gray.
Juvia is a tall glass of water, and I am thirsty.
Oh my god.
Whoa!
He's
Did
a
somebody say
hydro
water?
homie.
Did somebody say water? I'm intrigued.
Yeah, this is. Whew, I'm getting hot and bothered looking at this
Whiskey, play
Google
the
image
queen
search.
drop for me, please. Play the queen drop.
Oh, yeah, I got to get that drop on the board. It's not on the. We don't just have
Give him
every
a
drop
minute.
prepared for the dating game, okay?
Okay, let's wait on that. We will get that for you.
Oh, yes!
There we
My
go.
queen!
Yes!
Faster than I thought. Okay, and now we will find out who Little Urky's waifu is. Pack Hunter, what do you think?
Ooh, waifu. Okay. Is it the snake girl from Monster Master?
What?
You really think that's the answer? You failed the first 2 times asking that. You really think Monster Musume could possibly be the right answer here?
I do, yeah.
What is the snake girl's name? Does she have a name?
Oh no! If he got that right, then you need to give that to him.
Is that Mia?
Yes.
Is it correct?
That's correct.
Yes!
Mia from Monster Musume.
I know it!
This guy went back to the well a third time on Monster Musume and came back with gold. I have never been.
I
Wow.
will die on the hill that is Monster Mass. Whatever. I don't
He
know.
can't even talk. He's so excited. Oh, man.
Okay, we have your 6th question here.
You guys did
What
well in that last
anime-
round.
What anime was the biggest disappointment to you?
Oh.
Now, Lil Lurky, what was the biggest disappointment to the Pack Hunter? What do you think?
Stop dancing, you're distracting me.
The music.
Sorry.
The music's good.
No, he's
Oh, you're talking to him?
He gets it. He gets it. It's infectious.
Sword Art Online, but like season 3? I don't know. Maybe that's too specific. I don't know.
I haven't seen season.
That
Yes,
is
you-
incorrect.
Oh, no.
Your second guess?
Pressure's on now.
His standards are really low, so this is really
Oh,
hard.
What?
Oh, my God.
Savage.
Oh, my
That
God.
was sick.
That was a low blow.
Lower than his standards.
Twitch chat is pretty much confirmed that it's got to be Tokyo Ghoul because it's obviously.
Oh, boy. Someone's taking a
Sorry,
shit over
what
there.
was that?
She's throwing shit in frustration.
It's just a little flower. Can't even think of names.
Sorry, you have to give your guess in 10,
Uh-oh.
5. Please
Think of
guess
a really bad
something.
show. Just really bad show.
Okay, yeah. One bad show. One bad show.
My Hero Academia. I don't know.
What?
I hate that show.
Oh, my God.
That was
Nani?
the fans get pissed at us
Nani?
when we say anything wrong about MHA. They're not going to be happy with you.
I think we
that
can make
is
a whole
incorrect.
drop out of just Pack Hunter's reactions on this episode.
Please.
Soundboard.
Please.
I don't.
That is incorrect, unfortunately. You have one more guess, but we can't. We can't be taking so long with guessing, unfortunately.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. We forget.
That's what I'm talking about, Caroline, right there. Lay the law down. This is yeah. Caroline's getting all feisty.
Caroline's scary when she's angry.
She is. She'll kick the shit out of me.
Well, that has not deterred you whatsoever, Mitzi.
And it never will.
Just throw out one random.
I can't even think about.
Just
You
say
ain't
a
gonna
really
get it.
good show to make people mad. That's what I do.
Okay. Love is War.
What?
Wow.
No, that is not the right answer. The right answer was Mabu Raho, which I have not heard of
Aw.
before.
Yeah,
I've heard
yeah.
of that.
I
Yeah.
hated the ending.
You
Terrible.
wanted me to fail?
You weren't gonna get it, but I mean, I was just
Yeah,
being
so you
honest.
wanted me to fail?
Being honest.
Oh, shit.
All right.
I
Well,
look
Oh,
forward to
man.
the
Going well.
AAA podcast website where we like show our stats. Like we've been podcasting for like 12 years, over 600 episodes, over 2 relationships ruined. Like we'll have all that in there, and we gotta make the numbers go up. I'm sorry, it is
Well.
what it is.
He's just
well,
going to
you
have
have been doing quite well during the game for the most part. Now let's see if the Pack Hunter can find out what was the biggest anime disappointment to Little Urky.
Come on, Pac-Man.
Pack Hunter.
I'll call him
Well-
whatever I damn well please. He's my bro. We watch Dragon Ball. We both like Android 18. Come on, there's a blood pact
well,
here.
he hates sports anime. Let's not forget.
Oh, that's true. Yeah,
They
never
bonded
mind.
over the boobs, so they'll be fine.
Do you even know Slam Dunk?
No.
That's a...
What is Little Urky's biggest anime?
You killed my
disappointment?
erection.
You know what? I'm doing this one for the Twitch chat, but Tokyo Ghoul.
Incorrect, but not a bad guess.
I would have died if that was correct.
Big surprise. Okay.
Sorry, was that the second guess or the first guess?
That was his first.
Yeah, first
Okay,
guess.
second guess then.
You look so serious right
Breakup imminent. Man, listen, it's a good thing that you guys aren't 21, because you're gonna owe her a very expensive Valentine's Day dinner. And the alcohol isn't gonna be on the tab.
Okay. Let's see.
10, 8.
Caroline, I think you're a little slow even on those countdowns.
I'm trying. I want to help them out, but I don't want to cut them off. But we
2,
My Hero
1.
Academia. Even though you haven't seen it.
That is incorrect. I'm sorry.
Sorry, what did he say?
My Hero.
I think
Oh no, yeah, it was not My Hero.
I'd
You
do
have
it.
one more guess.
Okay. All right. Ooh. Okay.
You've never
Boku
heard
no
her.
Pico.
You've never heard her complain about a particular anime. I do it all the time.
he said Boku no Pico, which is a
Oh,
good
that
answer.
can't be correct.
I don't know how
can
you
be
could get your
be
hopes up for
disappointed
it.
by
but-
that.
I mean, listen.
I needed to throw out an
I'm
answer.
pretty sure that was made before I was born.
Listen, when Boku no
So
Pico.
if that was an actual guess, that is incorrect. The answer was Platinum End.
that
come
anime did
on.
suck.
I know. I
Together.
forgot we watched that.
That's a good
together.
answer, actually.
Yeah,
That's
I
a really good
forgot.
answer.
I was
You
like,
forgot.
okay.
No
I
way.
didn't. That's how forget. No.
Yamcha doesn't even believe it, and he's dead.
Oh my god.
God, Yamcha
So,
spent most of
Nathan-
Dragon Ball Z dead. Let's be fair.
What are the points?
My
So
goodness.
the Pack Hunter ended up with a touchdown of 6 points.
Yeah.
We'll give him the +1. He got the extra point, so he
All
got
right,
7.
7 points, baby.
Lil
for
Urky won with a commanding 11 points, bringing their
Wow.
total to 18.
Was you already? Are they done?
They're done.
Well, we do have an extra question. If we want to, so right now, they unfortunately will not be able to get the grand prize. But I propose we go to our extra question. If they can guess what the go-to anime recommendation for both of them are, they will get the grand prize. How about that?
If they both
Sounds
get
good.
it on the first guess, or just
we'll
at
give
all.
We'll give them the 3 guesses if that's
Okay.
okay with you guys.
Sure.
All
Not
right.
me.
So, you two, what is your go-to, for all or nothing, what is your go-to anime recommendation? Lil Urky, what did the Pack Hunter say?
Fairy Tale?
No.
Oh.
Your second guess.
Uh-oh. I don't think this music is helping them.
Yeah, I really don't
Attack
think
on
it is.
Titan? I don't know.
That's
Correct!
oh my god.
Oh,
That's Caroline. That's Caroline's go-to anime recommendation.
Okay, no, it's not. It's not.
Oh, really?
No, I talk about it a lot just because you hate it.
I don't hate Attack on Titan. It's just too fucking long. School
Well,
live.
Your most recent
Just skip
comments
to the
are big.
final season, which is actually like season 6.
Yeah. All right. So for all or nothing, the Pack Hunter. What is Little Urky's go-to anime recommendation?
Oh dang.
Pack Hunter, I love you. She's carried you this whole time.
I know. I'm a failure. I'm a failure as a boyfriend, as a lover.
Oh no!
no.
Don't get too down in the dumps.
You can't be that bad. She's been with you for 2 years.
True. Yeah. Well, you know. Okay.
Well, he looks like Gray, so that's why.
Exactly. Maid Dragon?
No.
Ah.
Was that his first guess? I'm sorry.
That was his first guess.
Yeah, that was
Okay,
his
okay.
first.
Second guess.
Oh my god.
I'm starting to think you should ask me more questions.
I'm starting to think you should talk to me more.
Oh man. House husband?
Incorrect.
That can't be right. That anime was dog shit.
A hint.
Fucking shit
she
wasn't
has
even
said-
animated. It looked like an AI made it. But didn't.
She
God.
has said the name of the show in the past in this segment.
They want you to win so bad.
We do.
She has said it?
Yeah, it was
Yes.
one of the answers. Like, it was in one of the answers.
Oh, okay. Well, I was gonna guess that. And now I'm gonna be hella embarrassed if I say the wrong thing. But I am going to say
Oh my god.
Kami-sama Kiss!
Congratulations! We had to pull you through the finish line, but
That
you
was gonna be
finished.
Can you imagine if you were just so confident?
I was gonna say it first, but I wanted to build the tension for entertainment. Let's go!
Oh my god.
Oh my god, you guys are so funny.
I think our neighbors hate us.
I know they do. No, I'm kidding. Well, congratulations.
Wow.
You have
What a
won
finish.
the game with a little asterisk next to 1, but we appreciate you guys participating today, and it's for that reason that you guys have inspired a new t-shirt design on our website, or on our merch store. It is not out yet. It is still in development, but you too shall receive matching, certified by the AAA podcast, waifu and husbando t-shirt. So yes, it has not been finalized yet. I'm still working on the design, but you guys will be eventually given the first pair to solidify your win for today.
I want to ask a
So,
question.
Yes.
Pack Hunter seems really good under pressure, so I'm gonna ask him a question.
Oh, shit.
Lil Urky sounds pretty cool. It's been 2 years. When are you going to
I'm
Don't
actually
cry.
waiting for her, actually.
You can just say soon.
Now Lil Urky thinks she's about to be proposed to right now.
No,
You
she's
let
not.
him-
I will not allow that. And not at a
It did
baseball
sound
game.
it did sound like you had planned it out with the back hunter to make
Myth
this
is going for
proposal.
podcast
Proposed on
content
the
and trying to
AAA
fish
podcast.
out a
Will-
podcast
In
proposal.
front of
Oh my
anime watchers everywhere.
No,
You
no,
make me
disconnect
the
them.
happiest,
Disconnect them.
disconnected.
The proposal is very important. It can't be on a podcast or at a hockey game. It's got to be romantic because she's gonna
Those
tell
two
all her
things
girlfriends about it, and you don't want
specifically.
all her girlfriends to say, "Man, this guy's not even as good as Vegeta. He couldn't fucking do it." You know, Vegeta didn't propose to Bulma. She definitely did it.
Bulma just said, "Here, put this on. We're getting married."
Okay, you guys don't have to. You don't have to answer, but you guys have been fantastic contestants, and
You guys were so funny.
yeah, you're a lot of fun.
Thank you.
So,
And let us know when you decide what to punish Pack Hunter with, because Lil Irving,
Yeah.
you did
He
win.
deserves to be punished.
he's been
Also go to the movie with you.
he's been naughty. Spank him good and hard.
Oh, you're gonna go to the movie with him anyway?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Did you hear what Mitski said?
What?
It is important that you do that.
spank
To
him good and
punish
hard.
you?
Yeah,
Make me good and hard.
yeah,
No.
yeah,
You like that too much.
yeah. Call me Otosan. Yeah, call me Otosan.
Okay, that deserves
Let's-
another jelly bean. That
Thank
just
you guys
roasted
both for
me.
joining
Stop.
us.
Yeah,
You
thanks,
are
guys.
brave souls, and
May-
we
may-
appreciate it so much.
May I ask for one more thing
Oh
before you
my
sign us
goodness. I'm
Yes.
scared.
off? Mitski, can you sign us off with the "Just because she has big titties"
Oh,
on the
stop!
soundboard?
I don't even remember this sound.
Now you're a man.
Oh,
Yes! Oh my gosh!
Bye,
Okay.
guys.
See ya.
all right.
So
Thank
much,
you
guys.
guys so much. Happy Valentine's Day. Okay, that was quite the experience. Don't you guys agree? And let's have our
Thank you for putting it together,
question. That was certainly a thing. In the anime high card, what suit and pip card does the protagonist have? And give us the answer, and we'll be back after the news break.
Hey, Anime Addicts, Mitsugi is here, and I'm bringing you your anime news break. Getting us started off with new anime announcements. Licorice Recoil has a new anime project announced. It was announced at the Licorice Recoil Cafe Prevents After Party, which happened this past Saturday. The original anime, of course, had 13 episodes that came out in the summer of 2022. Very recent. Most people remember. And now there is another anime project in store. However, it is not known currently if this is another anime season or a movie or whatever, but we'll have to look out because Chisato will be back for more in some format for the fans to enjoy. Next up, the TAAF 2023 Anime of the Year winner awards were announced. There was a panel of judges, and the winners were selected from a pool of over 400 titles that either screened, aired, or were distributed in Japan between the years of October 1st, 2021 and September 30th, 2022. The grand prizes went to Spy Family for Best Series, and Best Film went to One Piece film Red, with the Anime Fan Award going to Mekamato. So if you're a fan of One Piece Red or Spy Family, they are the favorites in Japan in 2022. Next up, COVID has struck again, because as long as the world continues to spin, we will have COVID news. The very popular and one of the most highly watched anime of the winter season, Mao Gakuin no Futeki Gosha 2, or the Misfit of Demon King Academy 2, has itself caught COVID, in a manner of speaking. The anime is effectively canceled indefinitely due to the effects of COVID on the production. So they're going to rebroadcast episodes 1 through 6 starting February 19th, but there's absolutely no plan to continue whatsoever. So if you're a fan of the Misfit of Demon King Academy, good thing I didn't pass it, because it is gonzo. Next up, Media Blasters has come out on their YouTube channel to talk about the worst performing company titles. So the founder of the company has a YouTube channel, and he likes to go out there and make some fun videos. And he said, which of the titles acquired by Media Blasters performed the worst over the years? And he says, Gao Gaigar, King of the Braves. So if you are a fan of Gao Gaigar, this is a legendarily underperforming title that, well, probably needs a little love anyway. This is Mitsugi, and this was your anime news break. Now, time to get back to the podcast. So here you are, studying for college finals in your dorm room. Studying is hard, but not when you have your favorite podcast to listen to. Oh, what's that? You just ran out of podcasts? Well, good luck studying with your roommate, singing with headphones like he's trying out for The Voice.
Bismillah, no, we will not let him go, let him go!
If only you subscribe to the AAA Podcast Extra content, you'd still be bopping along to our hentai episodes, our hobby addicts, and our after parties. You might not be able to play video games during finals, but at least you can hear us talk about them. And you wouldn't have had to kill your roommate. Don't kill your roommate. Head over to aapodcast.com/join or Patreon today and support the podcast. Again, that's aapodcast.com/join or Patreon. I need to get myself some more podcasts.
Hi, I'm J. Michael Tatum. I play Sebastian in Black Butler, and I'm a total anime addict.
And now, great moments in Anime Addicts Anonymous history.
Do I look like the COO of Anime Hell? Okay, I am just a distributor. I merely provide Anime Hell with Moe girls in the Church of Mitsugi. I can't be expected to do everything, okay?
Oh, wow.
Times are tough. Hiring is difficult. We don't have a proper HR department. We don't have enough money to pay a reasonable salary. Everybody wants to work remote these days. What am I supposed to do? Okay? You're just going to sit at home and play video games if you work remote. I can't have that happening. But then if I ask you to come into the office, you don't want to work. You don't want to apply for the job.
There's so many stairs to the pit of hell. Like, you have to go all the way down. You don't even have an elevator.
We have cube space, okay? It's there. But, that being said, I don't have enough manpower to actually determine where the Moe girls go in the pit of hell. I only have enough manpower to provide Dear Anime Satan with the labor that he requires. So whatever he does with it, that's his business.
So you just kick them in. You don't really care what happens to them after
That's
that.
correct. That's not, see, there's a contractual agreement here. The red lines for the contract were very highly contested. He wanted me to determine where they go. I said, look, I don't have the manpower for that. I'm going to give you the anime girls, but you have to figure it out on your own. Listen, it's hell has a lot more resources than just one little church, okay? For God's sake, what do I look like? Welcome back to the podcast. When we left you, we had a trivia question. In the anime high card, what suit and pip card does the protagonist have? I don't know what the fuck a pip card is. Two of spades. Two of spades, people. That's a pretty crappy card.
It is. The
Pretty
pips
crappy.
are any of the number cards. They're the things on them are pips.
Oh, I didn't know that. But now I do.
Speaking of Anime Satan, episode 666 is coming up. Do you think he'll make an appearance?
Could be. You never know. He's unpredictable. And,
Caroline asks if Satan will make an appearance as Mako, the cat, comes into frame.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, as we do, Mason is a movie connoisseur, and he's going to recommend a movie to you right now on the long-enduring and well-celebrated segment, Unexplored Pictures.
Get your popcorn ready. It's time for Unexplored Pictures with Mason.
Yes, once again, it is time to talk movies, where I try to go out and find old movies, new movies, all sorts of movies, and let you know if they're worth your while, because movies, I think, are underrepresented in anime and they need more love. The one this week is Child of Kamiyari Month. This is about 100 minutes long, and it's on Netflix. It came out in 2021, and it came to Netflix in 2022, so it's kind of new. And a lot of times I feel like these movies just pop up out of nowhere with no expectations, no fanfare. I had no idea what it was going into it, but I feel like Netflix is an avenue where a lot of people tend to watch shows, so I'm like, well, let's see what it is. What is Netflix offering the masses? And what they offer is an all-right film at best. It follows Kana, who is this young girl who has a passion for running until the death of her mother kind of weighs heavy on her, and she just mentally breaks down and can't just operate when it comes to races and running anymore, and she's just out of it. But she is, thanks to some supernatural deities, tasked with running across Japan, like 900 kilometers, to the shrine for the annual feast of the feast of the deities. The gods are collecting, and she has to deliver the feast to them. And I came in with no expectations. I watched it, and it's not very good. I would recommend this movie to very few people. Mainly, this is a movie for parents to put on to their 8-year-old kid and just keep them distracted, because while it looks decent most of the time, even if you ignore some of the choppiness, the fact that their cheeks look like they have whiskers on them, and the directing's really stiff. Yeah, exactly. It's perfect. The soundtrack of this movie is pretty solid. They're going for that like Shinkai Radwimp style of like rock music, and it does a pretty good job, but it's just a very ineffective movie. Like, it tries to take this fantastical journey, and it's a metaphor for her handling the loss and guilt and overcoming it, and that's good, but it fails to deliver anything without it feeling like really forced and rudimentary. So Child of Kamiyari Month, you've probably seen it pop up on Netflix, and I would say probably avoid it unless you're a child, in which case
That's a shame.
Go for it. Yeah, it's just, I don't know who this movie is for, because it's too dark for kids and too bland for anyone older. So it was kind of just it fell flat for me. So skip it.
That's a shame. So let's get into our mailbag for today.
It's
You can
time
submit
for an
mailbag-
almighty anime mailbag. Anime.
Mailbag.
It's time for an anime mailbag, everyone. You can go to AAApodcast.com, click the mailbag button, and send it on in. Like Mexican-Canadian did. Mexican-Canadian. Okay, so they say, I have a confession to make. Even though I have been watching anime for a long time, as of late, I have been favoring the better-looking anime versus the quality anime. The exception, I watched Odd Taxi, an anime that originally I did not want to watch because the way it looked. I am glad I watched it. That's a show, it is not good to judge a book by its cover. On the other hand, a good-looking anime, Steins Gate, it looks great, but I have tried to watch it about 7 times. I cannot get past 10 minutes of the first episode. For some reason, I hate this anime and I've failed to watch it. Help me, AAA podcast. What can I do to convince myself that Steins Gate is the shit and it is worth watching? Well, one thing. I don't think Steins Gate is good looking.
Neither do I, actually.
Yeah, I'm not. And also, Odd Taxi is pretty good looking, so I'm not entirely sure. You have weird tastes. I'll give you that. But and 2, if you're not really feeling Steins Gate, nobody says that you have to love Steins Gate. Some people just don't.
I think it's just because the community's so like rabid, and I don't know if it's a huge community or if it's just overly vocal, but there's definitely a fuck ton of people that think Steins Gate is like the greatest thing ever, and I don't think it sucks. I just don't think I don't know that it's worth all that, but
everybody has different tastes, and Steins Gate is certainly not for everyone because, as I have experienced, the first few episodes are kind of slow, and it really you gotta be very persistent in order to have it get going. And third thing, if you really, really, really want to try to like Steins Gate, you can join us at the Steins Gate watch party on Discord. Woo! I have not seen Steins Gate before this point, and we are now on like episode 11, I think. We watched it last night. We played a drinking game, which is not a good idea. Steins Gate
yes,
drunk
it is.
Not a good idea. I cannot remember what happened in the last 3 episodes because I was
it's
drunk.
okay.
So
Time travel stuff
might
and
have to
guns.
review those episodes. But yeah, you can join us if you'd like. You'd probably have to catch up in order to understand what's going on in the slightest. But also, if you're not feeling it, don't worry too much about it. Steins Gate has its fans, and you just might not be one of them. That's okay. Mitsuki.
Yeah, I mean, for me, if you don't enjoy an anime that looks good, you're basically, if you don't enjoy anime unless it looks good, you're kind of rejecting 90% of all anime because most of them don't look good. They're either old, and so people won't think they look good because they're grainy or the coloring isn't the way you expect. And if they're new, half the time the animation's barely even existent at all. So, I'm pretty sure most people would say that it's a self-defeatist sort of effort to judge anime, whether to watch it or not, simply based off of whether or not it's good. But you know what? People like what they like, and it's...
You say that, but you don't like the way One Piece looks.
One Piece started, like... I don't dislike One Piece because... I don't dislike the way One Piece looks, I should say, because of the animation or when it was made. It's simply, I just don't like the way the characters are designed. I think half the characters in that show look like they're clowns, and they just look silly, and the designs are just goofy, and they don't really... some artists, some manga creators just have their own style, and the style that's used in One Piece is just, I would say, considerably eccentric compared to most, and it's just not my thing. So that's really the reason why One Piece keeps bouncing off of me, because when I see like pirates and shit with clown noses and stuff, I'm just like, okay, this is just not for me. So, but that doesn't mean that it's not a good show. I prefer anime that are old and, they don't look good usually, and that's fine. But still, you don't need to convince yourself that Steins Gate is good or not. You like it or you don't like it. Move on. Simple.
Yeah. And if you've tried several times trying to get through the first episode, I don't think another time is going to really fix that, But Mason, what do you think?
Yeah, like you guys said earlier, no one, including myself, who's a huge Science Gate, is like, oh, the visuals of Science Gate were so impressive. Like that's why I watched it. Like no, like that's far from its strong suit. That said, you're not alone. A lot of people bounce off Science Gate in the first couple episodes, so don't feel like you have to force yourself to watch it because usually when you have to force watch something, it doesn't turn out that well. Like it doesn't lead to a good experience. So just either accept it or give it some time and try it later. I thoroughly enjoy Steins Gate. I think the beginning is good. I'm one of those people, and I think it gets better as well. So I I don't know. It just don't force yourself. It's not for you, as Caroline said. I don't know what else to say.
All right, and there you have it. Let's get to our final main thing of the day, that being the Winter 2023 impressions, because it's the last
we're
one.
We're going to be doing impressions.
Impression time! Believe it!
Yeah, it's the last round for this season. Hooray, hooray. Sorry, do you want to take it away, Mitsuki?
Sure. We have 2 more passes to give. We've already passed 4 shows. We passed Vinland Saga Season 2, Kinda of the Great Sea, Handyman Saito in Another World, and Saving 80,000 Gold in Another World from My Retirement. And today we're going to be doing another just big slate of impressions here, and we have 2 of these to choose from, and then we will be releasing our listener choice poll very shortly. So if you are on social media, look out for that. If you're on the Discord, look out for it there. And you can also get to it from our website, AAApodcast.com, because in addition to a giant banner for the Oscars voting, listen, we like you guys to be involved, and we like to give you a lot of input on how the show is steered. So if you go to the website sometime in the middle of this coming week, by the time this episode comes out, you'll have a voting banner on the site for both the listener choice from winter of 2023 and the anime Oscars. So you might as well hit them both while you're there. I think that I think Tomo-chan is a girl is one of yours, Caroline, is it?
That's one of
it's
mine.
One of Mason's. Kick it off, Mason.
And I just want to mention really quick, if you're not familiar with how we do these voting, if you go to the voting because you want us to review shows that we didn't pass, and you're like, oh, why isn't Bungo Stray Dogs Season 4 there? Why isn't How to Pick Up Girls in the Dungeon Season 4 there? Like, we're not reviewing shows past Season 2. We always get asked it. We already got our thoughts out there. Moving on. My first one today is, as Mitt said, Tomo-chan is a girl. This is done by Studio Le Deuce, which is always funny to say. Based on a manga. It's on Crunchyroll. And it's about this high school girl named Tomo, who finally musters up the courage to tell her lifelong childhood friend June that she likes him, she's got a crush on him, and she wants to date. And he has just hung out with her for so long and has always just seen her kind of as one of the guys that he just doesn't acknowledge or comprehend or can't connect the dots that Tomo is a girl, hence the name. So it's essentially exactly what you think it would be. It's a zany rom-com where it's a series of misunderstandings of her trying to express to him her feminine side, her desire to be with him in that sort of way, and he just refuses to believe it or physically cannot believe it. And that's what the show is ad nauseum. And while the premise actually was not as cringy as I think I was expecting, every little mini, interchange between them is resolved with some sort of slapstick or kind of juvenile way to end the bit. Like, it doesn't provide any development that I'm expecting, and which is very typical of rom-coms. But I will say, it kind of almost has like a Psyche K feel, where it's not like a through line for each episode, it's a bunch of individual little scenes between them. It's kind of, because it's a 4-coma adaptation. So if you're looking for any deep, romantic, like I said, through line, it's not going to be here. The production is pretty lacking, and it just has lukewarm comedy, in my opinion. That said, I could see this coming back in a listener choice because it does cover the basics, and there is a little bit of charm to it. It was better than I was expecting, but still not for me. I will be failing it, but I'm sure it's, for some people, this is like right up their alley. Yeah.
You shall not pass!
Goodbye. All right. I only have 2 shows left. Here's one of them, Fire Hunter. Fire Hunter is a show that when I saw it in Impressions, I kind of had this feeling about it that it was going to be really good. The art style is deceptively sort of unique. I mean, I don't think it actually is, but it definitely looks a little different than some of the stuff that we normally get. So it comes across as looking a little classical, in my opinion. It's done by Studio Signal MD, and this anime starts off very much like Princess Mononoke, which is very weird. There's like a demon fire monster, that is like around this village, and in this village, this hunter and this dog are like wrapped up in this sort of hunt for this monster, and this little girl whose name is Toko, she basically, is there at the wrong place in the wrong time, and the village says essentially, you have to now, like, you've been touched by this monster, you have a responsibility to return this dog to this like hunter group, so we're going to cast you out of the village with an animal, aka Yakul, and you have to, travel to this place to do X, Y, and Z. Because in this world, there's this civilization where human beings no longer revolve around fire. Instead, like, they can't even be near fire, because the human biology has been changed, and people will actually spontaneously combust when they get close to a natural fire, which is very bizarre because
let out gas or something out of their body or something, and that's how.
It's like, that's exactly, they just blow up. It's almost like something out of like Fire Force or something along those lines. A new energy source does prevent society's complete collapse, which are like this stone-shaped material that is used to produce light and steam, which is very convenient that exists. So, and the people that are tasked with collecting that resource are called fire hunters. And so, she's supposed to bring this dog back to, this, I guess, like central city where she's in a small village that's in an outskirt. And you kind of get the sense that there's a lot of little villages sort of arranged in a circle around the main city. And they send this girl Toko off to ride on I don't even know what you'd call it. Like, it's like almost like a traveling merchant type. It's like a caravan. It's like a big vehicle that, is able to traverse through bad terrain. And so this truck slash, like, it's almost like two train cars, I guess, takes a hell of a long time to get around the whole city, so it literally is going to take them like 2 years to get to the city. So this girl's going to be like living on this fucking thing for 2 years. And the big issue with this anime, it's not really that it looks bad. It looks different. The coloring is different mostly. That's what you'll notice. The problem with this anime is that it's slow. It's really slow. It's really uninteresting. It's really dry. It's so dry. I mean, it's going to make most people that watch this are going to be incredibly bored really quickly, which is definitely a letdown, because I thought that it had a very interesting premise and showed some promise. I like these fantasy stories, and twisting like the way the society is run is interesting, but it's just too fucking slow, and has an unknown episode count. Like, I don't know how long this is going to be. At this pace, it could be 100 episodes for all I know. I have no idea. But I'm not going to pass it. It's just too uninteresting. And, if people really like it, they can listener choice vote it. But I just think that this is almost like a show that would just put people to sleep. I think if you had 100 people in a movie theater watching this, after an hour, like, people would be very bored, and half of them would be sleeping. So I'm going to fail it, and we'll just move on from there.
How about new?
All right. Well, my pick was Kubo Won't Let Me Be Invisible. So this anime is, slice of life. It's with a little bit of romance, because this show is pretty similar to Komi-san in a way, where we have our main character, Shiraishi, and he is, for some reason, just does not register in the minds of people whatsoever. His entire life, he has to yell, basically like yell at teachers just
How
to
loud
get,
exactly?
Like, yell, and he also has to do something ridiculous in order to get them to notice them, just so that he will be counted in attendance.
Are they are they deaf or something? I mean, like,
no, because
blind?
people also can't see him. His classmates actually wondered if he was always absent, or like he was just like they compare him to a school wonder, where if you know, he's just a legend that if you see him, something good will happen, etc. All except for, oh yeah, and the thing I mentioned last week's episode, even automatic doors do not register. And for some reason that cracks me up. That is just too funny to me. So obviously totally illogical. It's really silly. It's not at all realistic, but it is still a little bit funny in a way. And then we have Kubo in his class. Kubo looks like, for whatever reason, she reminds me of Akebi-chan, like in how she looks. Like her eyes are a little bit weird. But she's a very pretty girl. She's the only one that can see Kubo. Sorry, I got the names mixed up. She's the only one that can see Shiraishi. And to that extent, she also teases him quite a bit about that. Like, she pushes him, like, she tries to convince him to, like, stand on top of his table to see if people will notice. And so she likes to test the limits of his invisibility. But you know, she really likes him. She talks to him a lot, and in fact has a crush on him, which is revealed at the end of the first episode. Like, she literally has a crush. And so ensues Kubo trying to pursue a relationship with Shiraishi, even though he is dumb as bricks. He is the densest character I've seen in a freaking long time. And Mitsugi, I know how you get with this. Even I was having a hard time not banging my head against the wall saying, yes, she's the one that gave me the Valentine's Day chocolate. You're like, who else could it be? Because she left a Valentine's Day chocolate in his desk, and he's like, oh, who left me this? And she's like, I wonder. And so she keeps on dropping hints. She basically spells it out for him that she's the one who did it. Because in the second episode, in the episode after that, it's White Day or something like that. So he's wanting to give something back to whoever left him the chocolate. So he goes to Kubo and he says, you know, you seem to know who it is. Can you tell me? I want to give this chocolate to them. And so she's like, it was Kubo. And then she kind of plays it off as a joke, but like, who else could it possibly be? Even then she doesn't know. And I'm like, literally, you are invisible to everyone. It cannot be anyone else. Like,
it's just frustrating. It's so frustrating because you know that shit's not realistic. Like, it would never happen that way. And
okay, well, nothing about this anime is realistic. He's invisible.
Well, I know, but like there are other slice of lives that are like that too, and you just want to like bash your brains into a wall until you're dead because it's unbelievably frustrating. People must love being frustrated. That's all I can say.
Listen, I am enjoying the show at least a little bit. Like, I do like this kind of stuff. The only thing is it gets a little bit frustrating when he's so dumb, and it is a little bit Komi-esque. Like, and also I'm guessing like maybe teasing Takagi. No, it was Nagatoro. I haven't seen them. Yeah, I haven't seen those shows, but I'd assume it's more of like that kind of, like, I don't know. I feel like she's not, you know, I feel like this is wrong to kind of egg on because, you know, she's not exactly doing great things, like, you know, trying to push him to do embarrassing things and that kind of stuff. But she really likes him, and it's cute. When it comes down to it, I'm going to be passing the show that I feel like is going to infuriate Mitsugi the least, because the last two choices I have are not like amazing. Definitely want to pass. It really came down to the fact that I think Mitsugi would kill himself if he had to watch Kubo.
You do care.
Yeah, well, we don't know how to put on a podcast without you, Mitsugi. So.
Oh, you can figure it out. You would just have less sex jokes.
If you like low-key, slice of life, cute romance, and kids in high school, and little comedies like that, then Kubo's for you. But unfortunately, we're going to be failing this.
I will be surprised if it's above a 2.
All right. Buddy Daddies is next. I believe this is a Mason joint.
It is, and it has a name that, of all the names out there, is one of them. This is another show I picked because it has a very easy to say name. It's owned by Studio PA Works, and it
Fair
is
enough.
on Crunchyroll. And it essentially is exactly what you expect based on the synopsis that wasn't there when I picked the show, which is essentially a pair of assassins and like a mafia, uh, essentially by happenstance take in a young girl and kind of have to care for her. It's essentially a more dramatic, more realistic version of Spy Family, except with two male parental figures. Though the absurdity of the quote unquote spy moments as they, run through a storm of bullets as this little girl like rag dolls behind them, like is also very unrealistic. But it does follow the same formula of, you have the one competent parent and the one who's like a ruthlessly amazing physical specimen who also doesn't fill a traditional quote unquote mother skill set. Um, the nice thing about it compared to Spy Family is that there's no like keeping secrets or zany powers at play. It's more of just, hey, like what does it take to be a parent when your job isn't normally what you associate with parenthood? And I'll be honest, I did not enjoy Buddy Daddies out of the gate, but it has been gradually getting better as there's just a lot of these good little character moments that are hitting the mark, whether it be charming, tragic, or just like putting down a groundwork of like developing emotional resonance. The show has been doing things very competently, and I do like it. Do I adore the show? Not really. Like a lot of this show, you're watching a kid who is a pretty solid, realistic kid, but it's still an anime kid, which means they're shrill, they're a little annoying, which is, I get it. Like, that's the point. Kids are annoying, and new parents have to deal with this, and they're like, oh, you take her. No, you take her. No, you take her. And, it's fine. It is a well done show, and if I had gotten Trigun Stampede, maybe I would have passed that, but that's for the listeners
doubt
to
it.
decide. I'm actually going to be passing Buddy Daddies. I think there is enough of a groundwork to make it pay off in the end. So there we go.
Ooh, that's a bingo.
All right, we got one more pass to go, and a few more anime to review here. So, Reborn to Master the Blade, otherwise known as, excuse me while I clear my throat for a insanely ridiculous title. I don't know how you fit this shit on the front of a book. Eiyu o bu o kiwameru tame ten seisu soshite sekai saikyo no minarai kishi.
Wow.
So, yeah, I've heard longer, but that's pretty bad. Basically, there's a hero king, not just a king, but a hero king, who, dedicates his whole life to building his country as the king, and then when he's about to die, a goddess gives him a reward for his lifetime of service, and grants him a wish. And his wish was basically that he was never able to master the swordsmanship because he was always, doing statesmanship for his kingdom. So the goddess reincarnates him. So we've seen this a million times. God, there's so many reincarnation animes. It's fucking unbelievable. It's just that should be a genre. Because they span both isekais, and this is not an isekai. They span isekais and non-isekais. But they all feel the fucking same. So he is reborn, but as a girl. So it's like, oh my god, I'm a girl. So he's reborn as a girl, but with his prior mental state. So he's an old man king in like a baby little girl's body. They do a couple scenes with her as a little baby. Then they do a couple with her as an 8-year-old or whatever, and then they jump again. They very quickly age. I don't know what to call her, him or her. I don't freaking know. It's an old man king in a girl's body. So I don't know. I'm just gonna go with he. He is aged up to about 16 very quickly, and he's naturally very talented. So, and has some serious bloodlust. And by the way, I should say that this is done by Studio Comet, who has done quite a lot of stuff, but that's neither here nor there. And so every time that fighting happens, the king in the girl's body wants, what the fuck is this person's name? That's the best way to handle this. Inglis. Thank you, Inglis. Inglis wants basically the fight to be the most intense and aggressive battle that it can possibly be. And because they're very powerful, they want to be tested and they want to be challenged, and they're, in my opinion, somewhat fucking insane. So, Inglis, there's a point in the show where Inglis is going through like a ceremony where everybody in the kingdom at a certain age gets assigned a rune on like their hand or whatever, and the rune enables them to use magic. However, Inglis has no rune, which means that normally she will be unable to use magic. However, she's able to do it anyway. So it doesn't really matter, I guess. And that's pretty much what the show is through 3 episodes. There's some fight scenes that aren't all that good. A story that really pretty much has gone nowhere, I would say. And it's just a very generic sort of run-of-the-mill fantasy show that'll cover almost nothing in 12 episodes, and we'll probably get a second season sometime next year, and then everybody will wonder why, and I will be wondering why as well. So I'm not going to pass this. This is just super generic, honestly. I don't think it's like terrible. I'm not offended by it. It's not like horrible to watch. At the same time, the character designs are pretty run-of-the-mill. The action's run-of-the-mill. The concept has been done several times, and there's just no reason to really, take this instead of something else. All right, and the next impression is going to be High Card, so take it away.
That's me. My final impression of Winter 2023 is High Card, done by Studio Hibari. It's also on Crunchyroll. Essentially, the world is made up of a couple different nations, and in these nations there's a set of 52 playing cards, each of which grants the user a different superhuman power and ability, and it's pretty cool. And there's a bunch of people who obviously want to get the card, and there's different factions, and they're all got their different, goals and aspirations with it, and it's a pretty neat show. Actually, it's kind of the mirror in a lot of ways to Buddy Daddies, where I thought this show actually started off really strong. I actually really enjoyed episode 1 a lot more than I was expecting, and I just think it kind of waned over time. Yes, there's lots of oversights. When you look at the show, like the little details where the show kind of like messes up things, characters are getting in a big fight and their clothes are all scratched and they got dirt on their face, and then the next scene they're perfectly clean, or they're in one position in a room and then the camera moves and they're in a completely different position a moment later, and you're like, okay, but that doesn't really get in the way of the show because it is stylish. The action scenes are pretty engaging. The ED in the first episode, which is the OP by the end, was solid. Like by the end of episode 1, I thought this might have been my second pass. I thought it was going to be cool because the whole concept of the power is not coming from you, but these playing cards, which mean, I steal your card, which means I get your power, and if I collect different cards, I can be swapping out powers on the fly. I was like, that'll be so engaging. But then episode 2 happens, and it's like, no, you actually only get one power, and that's the only one you get. And I was like, okay, that's a bit of a bummer. And then the way it's structured is that the lower cards, as Mitz mentioned earlier, the main character has the 2 of spades. The 2 is just a low value card, which means he has a crummy power, which is just, I can summon a gun. Okay, that's cool. But then you realize most of the cards are kind of crummy cards. Oh, I have gun powers. I have strong body. I have a rock body. I get that's how it works mechanically, but it means the first half of the show is going to be, that's how power levels work, is going to be filled with people who have kind of boring powers. Episode 1 was cool because we saw kind of a range of them and kind of saw where the show could go and will be, and maybe will be interesting later. But it just kind of started to have all these weak characters with weak powers, with these contrived setups that were just solved with a lot of boring ass pulls. And it's not quite JoJo, but all these people have rare cards, and all of a sudden, finding each other, over and over again. It was just a little too convenient in a lot of ways. And I found myself kind of just losing the engagement I had at the beginning. So High Card, while I thought started off strong, I'm not interested in seeing where it goes, which is not a great sign. So I will be failing it because that's my only option.
No, God! God, please, no! 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 No!
Okay.
Sad.
Last up and for today is Endo and Kobayashi live. Caroline.
The latest on tsundere villainous Lieselot. Lieselotte? Liesel. We're gonna call it Liesel.
Don't call her Lisa Latte. Sounds like a drink.
Yeah, but that's how they call her.
I know.
It just with a Japanese accent. Anywho, so this show is another Otome game show, but it's a little bit different from the others that we've talked about in the past. So the start of the show opens up with Endo and Kobayashi. They are classmates. They are in the broadcast club. And Kobayashi, she loves this Otome game. And she's been dying to get Endo into it because they're friends and everything. And the thing is that Endo has a crush on Kobayashi. So he eventually agrees, okay, we'll play the game, but we are going to work on our like announcement skills. Like, because they're in the broadcast club. They want to announce play-by-plays for like the baseball team or something like that. Now, so they decide to test it out on trying to do this on this Otome game. And yeah, Kobayashi loves this game. Her favorite character is the villainess, Liesel. She is like, she's just so misunderstood. Like, I played this this extra like DLC or like an extra game that kind of gets into her diary and her thoughts and like why she is the way she is. And the sad thing is that she's gonna die at the end of the game because the witch of yore or whatever, she is going to possess Liesel and make her and make her into this horrible monster that kills the main character of the game, or tries to kill the main character of the game. So Liesel will die, and a couple other characters in the game will die as well in that fight. So Kobayashi is like really into this game. It's just really strange. But so they are playing, and then all of a sudden their play-by-play is overheard by a character in the game, the Prince character, who is Liesel's fiance. Now they realize like, what the frick? How did this happen? But eventually they decide to like, you know what? Let's see if like this is a really strange thing that's happening here, and we're changing the game by us being a part of it technically. So they tell the prince to like really look at Liesel and to understand that she indeed is a tsundere. She's not she's not an asshole. Like, she really is a nice person. She just doesn't show it in a very conventional way. So they kind of let him see the light in that, and he actually falls in love with Liesel. And he, it's so funny because he will say, what's this tsundere? And it's kind of spelled like it's in French or something like that. Like, this is a tsundere. It's really funny and it's ridiculous. It makes no sense. But I like the first few episodes were pretty great. I was really enjoying it, especially when it gets to the point where like not only is Endo in love with Kobayashi, but he has this whole backstory where like the year before he was like on the baseball team. He loved playing baseball, but in the middle of the game he like tore something in his arm. He was a pitcher, and now he can't do it anymore. So, and that's why he's so depressed at the beginning of the show and in the broadcast club. And that's because Kobayashi convinced him to join. So now, you know, Kobayashi, because of that, is a kind of giving Endo a new lease on life kind of thing. Like, he's more energetic, he's happier, and that's great. And I was really interested in that backstory and to see how the relationship would progress alongside all these events in the Otome game and them trying to save all the characters by the end of the game. So, as I said, the first few episodes are great. I was really enjoying it. The episode 5 kind of took a turn that I was not really enjoying because they end up going on a date. Like, Endo and Kobayashi do end up going on a date. But Endo is, like, really weird about it. Like, so, it's just kind of creepy the way that he was complimenting her. But, yeah, so it just overall, episode 5 was a downturn. And the thing is that, as I mentioned, it did come to the fact that Mitsugi would probably like this one just slightly more than Kubo. More like Kubo, I knew he wouldn't want it. This one...
Don't pick your animes based on what I want.
No, but like, if but they were kind of at the same level. They kind of hit a mark for me that I'm like, oh, I really don't know. They're kind of at the same point. I will be finishing both of them. Just saying that. And I think that I'll be passing Endo and Kobayashi because it is pretty fun. I'm not saying it's high art, but it's enjoyable.
I'm not fucking leaving. The show goes on.
All right, so we now have our 6 anime from the winter 2023 season, and I'm going to read them for you. We have Vinland Saga Season 2, Kaina of the Great Snow Sea, Handyman, Saito in Another World, Saving 80,000 Gold in Another World from my retirement, Buddy Daddies, and Endo and Kobayashi Live, the latest on Tsundere Villainous Lise Latte. What a fucking terrible name.
Listerine. It's Listerine.
Listerine, yeah.
It's big in the mouthwash.
I'm working on the listener choice poll right now, and I'm going to be getting that up sometime midweek for you, and there will be announcements everywhere where you will be able to pick 3 other anime for us to cover for a total of 9. So be sure to check out the listener choice poll for sure. It'll be available on all the social media and on the website. So, okay, well, that was a very fun episode today, and I hope everybody enjoyed it. We're pretty much at the end now. If you want to follow us on the podcast, you can do it all over social media. We're on Twitter at AAA Podcast. Of course, we're on Facebook. We would really like you to join the Discord. If you join the Discord, it's AAADiscord.com, literally just like that. Just get on your phone, type that in, AAA Discord, take you straight there. It's free, safe, whatever. There's a lot of people on there. We're approaching 2,600 people on the Discord, which is a pretty solidly large Discord, and there's a lot of stuff going on there. Do you guys have any special events that you're doing on the Discord lately?
Just the Steins Gate watch party, and Anime Club is watching, it was like some sort of anthology series, like it was something with the
Robot Carnival.
Robot Carnival, yeah, we're going to be watching that Wednesday after this one. Also, it's been pointed out in the chat that it's actually Lice-a-Lot. That's her name.
Whatever.
And it's a pun because she lies a lot.
Oh,
I never
lies
knew that.
a lot. Oh,
Thank you
my
guys
God.
for
Come
giving me
by
that.
the Discord for the
information. Very
mayhem
important.
that is waifu simulation. It's a madness.
Oh, yeah.
It's chaotic. It's for your health, stay away, but join the Discord. I recommend it.
All right, guys.
Well,
enjoy the Super Bowl. Thanks for listening. Thanks again to our wonderful contestants for playing in the dating game. And we'll see you next week on the podcast. So until then, be safe. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Adios.